Alright. Hello my friends! My name is Maxwell. I have started this brand new channel. It is not my first channel. You will see in the description I am actually a content creator, I guess that's what my title is, of two other channels. That's two other channels. One's a gaming channel, one's an action figure review channel. Actually reverse that order, that's the order of their creation. So action figure reviewing, then I did gaming, and now I'm here. So I got 3 channels going on right now. And this is effectively my face reveal for both. Hi. Nothing special. Here I am. And I wanted to create this third channel here to do content totally separate from everything that I'm doing on those other 2 channels. I don't know why I keep holding up numbers. I think you understand the concept of numerics here. But basically what this channel is going to be for is just for me to discuss my musings. Is that the right word for it? I don't know. We can roll with that. If it works for you, it works for me. I'm a man of many thoughts. I have a lot of ideas. And if you would have noticed in the initial trailer for this channel, check that out if you have not. I don't know why I'm pointing that way. I am an autistic philosopher. 2 very big words. So let's do what a philosopher does. Let's define each word here. So I'm autistic, firstly. That's the first thing that happened of the 2. So I was diagnosed with high-functioning autism, better known as Asperger's, when I was 15 years old. And why the hell does that matter? We're people of a lot of different things. There are a lot of different things that go into us and make us who we are. And I wouldn't necessarily say that autism is the main thing that defines me. It's a big part, but I wouldn't say that is the main header here. Like when I'm first introduced. I mean, granted, I use it for this channel, but I needed a hook, okay? So now I got you here, now we're talking. But the fact of the matter is, when you're autistic, it leads you to think in a multitude of directions. We'll talk more about autism in the future, of course. That's going to be a major component of what we discuss on this channel, hence kind of why I created the hook. But one of the big things about autism, primarily Asperger's, is black and white thinking. Basically, it's pretty simple. You either think things are going very good, or you think things are going very badly. Like, if you would have caught me on a bad day 3 years ago, that's not a good time to have developed this channel. I was in a very destructive headspace. That's why I like to call it the Batman phase that everybody goes through. Sorry, tap the mic there. And what do I call a Batman phase? Basically when somebody, like, endures certain circumstances that make them all dark and brooding and pessimistic and nihilistic, and they hate everything and everyone around them. I've always wanted to do a channel like this, but I had to get in the right mindset, set myself into the right reality before I could do something like that. Otherwise, if you take the black side of the thoughts that go on in an autistic person's mind, they're very one-sided, they're very brutal, they're very vicious, and I want to protect the world from that. It's not necessarily to say we're going to be talking about exclusively good things, because that's quite boring. Who wants to hear just about good things all day? We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the middle, the ugly, whatever have you. And autism, I guess, it's a good thinking tool, at least for me. It's different for everybody, but for me, it allows me to interpret the world, look at different concepts, and just try answering questions, because there's a lot of questions out there. And that's a good segue into the second word that I want to define. What is philosophy? It literally means love of knowledge. And not just saying, oh, I'm a philosopher to sound big and intelligent or highbrow or whatever. I'm legitimately a philosopher. I studied philosophy in Curry College, and I graduated in 2021 with my bachelor's degree. You can imagine how trivial that was given what happened in 2020 and onwards. So my college experience, I was all robbed of that. We went remote, we were virtual and all that, but philosophy is the love of my life, sincerely. And for those of you who still aren't too sure what philosophy is, like I said, love of knowledge, but that's not quite enough. In my own words, I mean, that's a direct translation from, I think, Latin, philosophy. But the way I describe it, it's simply the act of looking at all perspectives from an unbiased view and interpreting what they mean for yourself. At least that's my personal philosophy. I like to look at the different things that are going on in the world, the different perspectives, different ideas, and try deciding not just necessarily, oh, is this a good idea, is this a bad idea, but more importantly, what's valuable to me, and how can I use that to improve myself as a person? So it kind of creates this interesting Molotov cocktail of ideas where you got the autism, you got the philosophy, you mash them together, you throw it, and it creates a pretty big fire. A constructive fire, though. Don't get me wrong. We're here to do largely good things with this channel, I hope. I have absolutely no idea what it's going to be. Basically, my intent is I'm going to have different ideas, different talking points. I'm going to come here, discuss them briefly, about 5-10 minutes, I have no idea really. And we're just going to roll with it. I have an idea, a laundry list of concepts I can discuss on this channel, and we'll be going over them. But also at the same time, it's not a one-sided discussion. If you have any questions, or you have a rebuttal to anything that I say, then be nice, obviously, first of all. And second, go in the comments and just let me know, like, if you just have a general question, like whether it be about the autistic experience, or a certain philosophical perspective, or just something that's going on in the world right now. And I'm not going to be a particularly biased speaker, because I'm not a particularly biased person. I'm not one to take sides, you know? I'm kind of in the middle, just floating around. And that might bug people. Maybe you're like, oh, you can't pick a side, then how are you a reliable source of information? I kind of view myself as a philosophical referee. I'm kind of neither here nor there, not even everywhere, not quite nowhere either. I'm just judging. I'm looking at all the perspectives and conjuring up my own ideas of why they're so important. You know, as I was looking around, I was looking for my goddamn phone. My phone is right here. That's what I'm using to record. That was the premise of the damn trailer for this channel. And as for these videos themselves, I'm going to try keeping them as minimalistic as possible. I do a considerable amount of editing on my action figure and Let's Play channels, but here I'm just going to do basic cropping out of white noise and whatever. Aside from that, I'm going to just be talking. There's not going to be a whole lot of sound effects or GIFs or anything like that. It's just going to be me, and we're going to roll from there. And that being said, that's all I really got to talk about. If you got any questions about this channel, or just general questions about the world, or human beings, or our culture, or nature, let me know in the comments. That's your sandbox. You can do whatever you want there. And the videos are my sandbox. I'll do whatever I want over here. So, yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoy whatever this channel becomes. It's really going to morph and change based on what I talk about and what you talk about. It'll be quite the experiment. I'm very curious to see where it winds up. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all. Have a good day.